This video, we're going to be doing a film room on SEO Drip versus Dreeny LCQ Finals. Winner of this game is going to be going to Madden Bowl. Loser is going home. This is a $30,000 game of Madden. Dreeny just knocked off Henry, and SEO Drip just knocked off Velas Jones, who made it to the to the finals of the Zero Chill challenge. So super excited for this matchup. Obviously a 5-star matchup. Real quick, SEO Drip gets ball first. Dreeny gonna be in the Cowboys uniform. Dreeny been ranking 335 odd. Kind of something a little bit different. We haven't seen a lot of people really run this defense other than really Dreeny and Vose that I'm aware of. SEO Drip's appearing to be in the Eagles normal off close. Dreeny is going to be in Eagles as well. One of the big things you got to realize with this blitz is he is going to be walking out this linebacker, able to get some decent send 4 or send 5 pressure in that regard. And another thing is with this defense, you can actually kind of get a little loop crossfire blitz in the A-gap as well. And then the other thing to kind of watch in this game is, as you see, these safeties are about 15 yards off. So we'll kind of see seam streaks, different things like that as to what happens. I don't know why it just glitched there, but anyway, 2nd and 10. All right, so let's take a look here. So again, you get the walkout PA snag for Drip, and take a look at the combo here. We're going to get a speed out on that left side, it looks like, and I believe this is from Drip's perspective. There's that loop blitz we talked about. Notice that loop blitz is coming in on play action. That's a super big deal. Also, I'm pulling this off of Mutthead's stream. They finally let you see their past broadcast, probably just because MCS is, to a degree, quote-unquote, over as far as the qualifiers. So anyway, shout out to them. I'll put a link to their stream in the description if you guys want to go check that out. Also, Drips and Eagles. I've got an Eagles ebook on the site, and we also have a Vikings defensive ebook, which both of these guys, I believe, are in Vikings. So just a little bit slightly different scheme from both of them. But that being said, if you're looking to take your Madden game to the next level, that is going to be our school community is only $10. You get everything by being a member over there. So if you want to sign up for that, that link is in the description. I'm going to go to Bunch Nasty with little smash return setup. And this is a crazy combo for 4th and 10. It's a cover 2. You're gonna get that deep corner. You're gonna get smash return. You're gonna get a solo corner and a wheel. So the purpose of this solo side wheel is this wheel will pull. If this is a quarter, this wheel pulls that. And then Dreeny gonna do kind of interesting defense here. Looks like Dreeny's gonna go to a cover 2 of sorts. Kind of get a little bit of a cross man or a man up on this outside receiver. So really 2 quarters, a man up, and then and you see there that the cover 2 just gets shredded by that deep corner, and SEO Drip is out in front early and kind of moves across midfield. Now again, one of the new formations added into the Eagles playbook is this trip side in. And Drip might not be in Eagles, but I'm almost positive he is because of what he just ran out of Bunch Nasty. PA slot corner ends up getting bagged up. Notice Drip is using Baker. He actually inspired me to go, it's Orbit PA Wheel. I wonder if he is in Eagles. He might be in a different playbook. I think this is Eagles because I think Eagles has those plays. I know the normal live close, what he's running is probably Eagles, but Eagles pretty much you run it for this for normal live close. Love this combo. This is something you don't see. I actually really wanted to highlight this. So this is a great little quick read. You're going to get a flat, and you're going to get a wheel or a streak out of the backfield. So if you're cover 4 hard flatting here, we can throw in this area. Again, Dreeny's getting a lot of either pressure here or pressure here. But then the combo that I really like about this is a whip, a fade, flat, wheel. I like this slant. I love tight end slants because the tight end slant is going to be able to be thrown kind of over in this area. It's kind of a way to get essentially a short post without getting a short post. And you have the whip route. So you see here, and Dreeny ends up sending 5, kind of standard send 5 out of 335 odd. We have a little hard flat here. Looks like a little yellow here, but there's no flat defender over here. Drip reads that quick, hits his flat, and gets a first down. Got to be willing to take those quick reads. A lot of Madden, especially in Madden 25, is about those nice, short, blitz-beating, hot reads that typically turn into 5, 10, 15 yards and just keep you on schedule offensively. Another thing that Drip does a lot of speed outs out of this as well. We're going to see another one. And he actually runs a little bit deeper speed out, about a 14-ish yard, 13-yard speed out to the right side. Good cover two by Drini, and he ends up getting a shed and able to get some pressure on the quarterback that way. Again, most of Drip's offense is going to be centered around play action based plays, primarily due to the fact that you're going to get better blocking on with play action. Here we get a little out route, zig route, little horizontal space play. Throws a speed out on the left side. That was actually a crazy, I think that was a rocket. Kind of throws that speed out late, able to come back and click on and make a play on that. And now we get a red zone possession. I would say Drip's running this a lot different than what we've seen, honestly. He's still using some of the main plays, but a lot of different combos. I actually love that cheat flat post combo right there with the return route and then the running back flat streak. Yeah, Drip just runs a lot. It's a little different than what we've seen most people. It's a lot different than what you're going to see Drini do probably. And a lot of speed outs, a lot of just different style plays that he's running. Jet touch pass here. This jet touch pass is actually really good, and it was really good for Drip in this matchup. And so that's going to be first score. So Drip's going to be in dollar, dime 3-2. So he's going to be using this walkover technique, putting that linebacker over there, walking him over there. This is good pressure early. And I'm almost positive Drini's and Eagles, as you see normal close. Drini's going to run Eagles very similar to how Lambo runs it, where he basically audibles from doubles close to normal Y-off close. Why he audibles like that, I'm not 100% sure. I think Lambo did it because the speed motions will run a little faster. So just kind of interesting. But you see here, almost instantaneous audible over to that. Cover 4 hard flat for Drip. Pretty much this is the Send 3 version. And Drini dots it up nice with that backside. I think that was that Y sail, I believe it was. Take a look here at this backside combo. And yeah, 100%. It could be PA snag. It's actually, I don't know. But I think this is Y sail. That's kind of a crazy little corner route to the running back. You don't see that a lot, but kind of the same idea, same area of the field that he's able to attack there. So, anyhow. Oh, what am I thinking? There we go. Okay. Notice Drip is kind of telling you also, one of the things I don't like about what Drip's doing defensively here is he's kind of telling Drina what blitz he's running. He's kind of telling him, I'm running the cover 4 blitz, or I'm running the cover 2 blitz. Because watch, when he uses Tillman, that means he's sending this blitz right here when he uses Tillman. This is the 7-3. So you can set up your pass protection for that. There's not really a blitz in dollar where there's that crossfire like in 1-4-6. So obviously probably in dollar for match coverage, I would think. I would want to think. I don't know why else you would be in dollar. Some people just like dollar better, but yeah, so see here the walkover, and now notice it's obvious. So now Drini's going to go to trips, but he's going to go to play action play. And you're never going to get any pressure because you're basically telling him what you're doing blitz-wise. It's going to be, I would think, I'd be surprised if he gets any pressure here. As you see, Drini's able to set up perfect pass pro. And so this just makes the game a little easier for Drini to play. He just doesn't have to really ever worry about pressure because there's an obvious pass pro for, right? You see here, let's walk over. He's automatically going to go. I guarantee you this is PA snag. Or he's going to be setting up pass pro specifically for that cross blitz because it's an obvious. And actually there, he doesn't. So what do I know? Really surprising that Drini snapped that ball because you're gonna get looped if you don't set up pass pro there. And maybe he did and it just didn't work. But see here, obvious cover 4 defense. But that's actually a crazy switch. It looks like Drip's defense is probably the thing to watch is really just more the switch sticking because I think that's where he's going to be, pretty good in trying to switch these plays. Notice another little thing he's doing is he's moving this safety inside a little bit so he doesn't get burned and losing a curl flat here on the backside to try to probably protect for speed outs. So this is kind of just interesting if you're looking for a normal wild close shell. This could be something using the short side curl flat. Now he's using a wide side cloud here. This cloud will probably play the speed out pretty decently, so we watch there. And very good defense by Drip, able to get him into a 4th and 15. So I don't love what he's doing from a pressure perspective, and that's where I think dollar is just ultimately not I don't know what makes Dollar better than 146 other than having match coverage. I don't know what, maybe the pressure's slightly, but I don't know. But I just don't. I'm just surprised that he's not running 146. I feel like if you're going to run this blitz, you would be better off in 146. But I mean, what do I know? There it is again. So maybe Dollar is just a better. Maybe you get. I don't know. It's just an interesting decision. I mean, he didn't even touch anybody there, and that time he just got a shed. That was literally just a shed. Okay, that wasn't even really a blitz. That was a shed. But gets a shed, fourth down, and bam, SO drip ball, and he has potential to take a commanding 2-possession lead. Like, he should be guaranteed a 2-possession lead here. Ideally, you get 7, but if you do have set up a 3, you don't want to turn the ball over here. This is like you're in scoring range. You have a lot of control over the game. So he loves those deeper speed outs. Gets him with the wheel here, and he actually hot routes this wheel to the outside. Look at this. Look at this combo. What does this remind you of? I'm actually totally going to use this play. This is a nice play. I love this. Look at this combo. This is basically Durham or Dagger, but what's cool about it is from normal YF close, you get this wheel on this outside guy. So if you play cover 2, you can't play cover 2 over here, okay, which Dreamy's going to do, but then you still get the threat of a seam streak here. You're attacking the seam here, and you get to use a speed out. So love this combo from Drip. Kind of unique. Really I haven't seen this a lot. I don't know what Dreamy did on the left side. Is that a deep half on the left side? I think it is, and it gets worked, and that's touchdown, and it's 14-0 Drip. Drip's got to be feeling good right now. And Dreamy, when he knew that he was matching up with Drip, I mean, to a degree, it almost seemed like basically we're crowning Dreamy the LCQ champion early. And Drip's out here just saying, what about me? Look at this. No cover 4, blitz the lit. There's a speed out, nice speed out. Didn't get the feed and bounce. One of the things I'm taking away from this tournament is these guys, I always do this, a 10-yard speed out. I like that the best. What these guys are doing is they're putting up one more. So they're getting about 15 yards on that speed out. I don't know if that's harder to switch stick. I mean, look at that. That's about a 15-yard out. And that's just a killer route. Like, that's a hard route to defend. And I think Drip's even trying to switch stick over there. So I'm definitely adding that to my book, adding that to my scheme, is that idea of a 15-yard speed out as opposed to a 10-yard. I've been normally running 10 yards, but I think I'm going to try that 15-yard out, see what I like, see if that spaces out a little bit better. But offense is in a really interesting place in this game. Offense is very powerful, and I feel like sometimes I feel like what's happening a lot this year is people are freestyling a lot offensively, and I feel like that's honestly a disadvantage in this year's game. Good switch stick by Drip. Oh my gosh. He threw that for real. Okay, so Drip is in cover 4 drop. Remember I said he moves this guy in a little bit. This inside quarter never gets burned. But look at this backside. Look at this. Look at this backside. Inside quarter. Got to make a great play. I don't know what zone is that? I don't know. This must be like some kind of cover 4 beater? Look at this zone. I don't know what that zone is. Is that a middle third? Is that a hat? I don't know what that zone is. So Journey's obviously trying to put this. I mean, if you look at the throw, he's trying to put it over here. Problem is, I mean, this is a hard throw to be able to make. I'm sure you could probably make it. But look what happens with his user. He instantly pulls him off. Yeah, I don't know. Ends up getting bagged, honestly. I don't know. Maybe just a bad decision, but yeah, the inside quarters, man. I could have been a middle third, but I think that's an inside quarter. Here, watch that speed out on the left side. You see how he's not able to get over there? He can never get over there. So the beauty of those speed outs, they really stress, especially in this formation. They really, because of the threat of the seam streaks and stuff, it seems like it's really hard for them to stop this speed out to the wide side of the field. So here, little freestyle combo, post, corner, drag, post. This out of PA snag, I want to say. And gets an intentional. That's a huge intentional. Notice with Drini what he's doing with his cover 9 here. Watch this. Oh, this was just the Sin 5. And that was the Sin 5 that from Hot Blitz 3. And Drini yelled at him. The thing about 335 that I think is really good is that when your blitz doesn't come in, you oftentimes just get favorable quick sheds, quick blitz angles. Here's motion wide post. First time we've seen this play called. He threw that for real. Yeah, I don't know. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what he did there. I mean, I think Drini outside third of the safety. Yeah, that looks like a cover 3 cloud rotation. I'm just not sure. I mean, I think Drip was just trying to take a shot. It was if he, I don't know, just didn't work out. He moves this safety in. Drini gets life back. Really a big stop from Drini, and now we get cover 4. There's that switch stick on the speed out that time. Throws the post. That's what's also nice about normal off close is that you have. I mean, you could literally just call those 2 plays. Look at that speed out on the right side. I mean, that's open every time. That is so open. Oh, look at that. Okay, so this is underrated. Look at what just happened. Okay, so what Trip's going to do here, again, kind of adjusting out of this cover 4 shell, is he's going to adjust. So he's going to try to get a soft squat. He's going to try to get he's trying to guess right. Drini, this is that 15 yards. So if you back this up here, let's just take a look here. So you see he's at about the 30. He's going to stem this. So you flip on him? Or no. Next play, sorry. Okay, so look. So he's about the 25-yard line. So 5, 10, 15, and then he's going to do the speed out. What Drini's going to do is he's going to, since it's a soft squat or cloud, I think soft squat, he's going to highball it. And watch what happens here. Look at that on the left side. That's a soft squat. Look at that. High ball freeform and turns it into basically a corner route. Throws it right at the defender. Doesn't get there. And that's really good. Even though it didn't get his feet in, but it's a good takeaway of, that's even open against cover 2, right? So back to cover 4 for Drip. PA snag. Oh, imagine giving that up. That sucks. Did he contain? I don't think Drip's containing out of this cover 4, which he normally would do. And there, Drini's able to get out, buy some time with Omar, and then hit that nice short post across the field. And Drip's just not able. Drip kind of honestly just got out of position there defensively. All right, so he's going to walk him out again. ID here. There's the wheel. Tight end drag. Some money. And he was getting screamed at there, I want to say, off that right side. Let's take a look at that pressure. Yeah, he's coming in free off that right side. That's a composed read by Drip. Gonna flip with the tight end to the short side. Now he's IDing over here. Send the running back out here. Flat route, missed it. Hit that flat route on the right. I think he just got off of that because the user was running over there. And that was that kind of dagger idea, or that's definitely a nice little combo. I'm gonna have to put that in my arsenal because I don't really do that out of this formation. All right, so we're gonna go motion post, 2 streaks, a drag, and that's what I'm saying. Look at this blitz. Look at this blitz from Drini. This is out of cover 9. Let's actually watch them come out and see what the linebackers do. I don't know what. I gotta actually look at this, but basically it's a sim 4 and this guy's looping in. And what's crazy is he's getting this. Look where his user's at. This was wild. So you're used to this sim 5, right? Well, Drini's gonna sim 4. So watch this, and what's crazy is Drip's blocking. So what's also crazy too is he's setting up pass pro. So he's like ID in here, he's half side in here, right? He's doing different pass pro techniques. But look at this thing loop right through off of Sin 4, and he is basically completely untouched. That's a really good blitz. So I'm going to have to learn I have to learn how that blitz works because that makes 3-3-5 odd a really good defense. When you have that and you have the send 5, see this time he sent 5 with the loop. Hit the flat there from drip. And you're noticing too, like some of the main ways people are getting stopped is the pressure. Here's a 15-yard speed out left side. Has it. And we're going to load. We're going to load. And he's going to throw that speed out, not able to catch it. And I think that this is something that you see some. Let's look at this one more time. I think this is out of PA slot corner, just using the play action blocking. Short post. Watch that speed out. I think he was I don't know if that was just a little bit. I don't know. I don't know why that wasn't completed, but not able to get it. 2nd and 10 was open. Drini's not able to switch the guy out there, which is kind of an interesting deal, but I do feel like there's a little bit of a meta forming around these speed outs, more so than what we've seen up to this point. It's really the 15-yard speed out paired with like a short post or something that kind of holds that user in the middle. Essentially using speed outs like corner routes. Just kind of, we threw that. Oh, we got that. Oh, no. Okay, so I wanted to go over this real quick. So, I guess he thinks this guy's coming down like this. I don't know. So I want you to realize, so you see how this is red? I wanted to say this. I said this in a couple other videos I did on these games. So this is red, right? So going into this tournament, we're coming off of probably what would to me be at least the last patch until Madden Bowl. I'd be surprised if we get another major patch. And in that patch, they added 800 new plays to offense. They added the trips tight end into Eagles, which you're seeing being utilized in this video. And then they said a couple things. One of the things they said is they fixed drop picks. One of the things they said is they started rewarding good decisions and punishing bad decisions. One of the things that they said is that they made high balls more inaccurate more frequently. They were punishing high balls. They think high balls have been overpowered. Look at where he's at. He throws this over here. He highballs it all the way over here. He gets a red inaccurate. Their defender is right there. All of these things lead up to a catch, touchdown, or at least first and goal situation for Drip. Absolutely ridiculous that this is an issue in this game. Absolutely ridiculous. Little sidebar, but it drives me insane. The patch notes. It's not just that they patched the game and they didn't fix something. It's that they patched the game. They said they fixed several things and they didn't fix any of them. And you see it in that clip and you saw it all weekend in this tournament. EA gonna EA. All right, here we go. We got weak twin or weak pair. I don't know what this formation's even called. Gonna go stretch. Very good defense by Drini. Drini's gonna stand up for himself here. Let's take a look real quick. Is this 3-4 odd? 3-4 odd, yep. Okay. I think 3-4 odd. Looks like it. 1, 2, yeah, 3-4. Drip's gonna go to wings normal off close here. Interesting to see if he has a red zone dot. Jet touch pass. Jet touch pass is free down here, man. That's a nice little red zone Okay, so did he middle third him? So this is what he did on that tight end route too. This is actually super surprising to me. This is one of the things that I do actually think changed. I don't know if I can show it. Watch the safety on the right side. It's one of those little things that's like good to know. I don't think that's a middle third when he drags him in. No, it's just an inside quarter. He just drags him in. Yeah, and I think that's why he's able to get back better. If that's an inside 30, he doesn't get back as fast. Anyway, Laporta on the underneath drag. Good read. Drini kind of needs to score here. I honestly kind of need to score. I didn't have to score 7, but needs to score, and ideally Drip doesn't get the ball back. Set cover 4, hard flatted. That's crazy. Drini just ends up eating it. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 situation. There's that cover 4 pressure. You see why that pressure is so good. This is the defense you should be running. Like, I don't know why you'd run, like, whether it's at a 146 or dollar. I just don't know why you would run anything else. Like, look at this. He's gonna hook curl this guy. This is cover 4. He's gonna bump here. Safeties are down, so he's not gonna get seam streaked. And then look at this. He's just gonna get this instant pressure through the B gap. Watch this pressure. Look how fast that is. Where are you throwing the ball? Dead, 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 dead. The only place you can throw is this corner route, which guess what he's going to do? He'll switch stick. He should switch stick to this corner. What's crazy to me? Yeah, right there, the switch stick. Drini, this is like an insane throw by Drini. Like, very easily could have been, and it ends up getting KO'd. Very easily could have been intercepted if he switched sticks just a little bit earlier. But honestly, Drini, it's the only throw he could really make. Honestly, and he hit him on time, so he doesn't get hit. So, anyway, it's the same stuff over time. Look at this. This is the D. This is the D. I've broken it down. I've talked about it. This is the defense you're seeing, and it's basically bump this guy, switch stick. Notice he contains, because remember, Dream was hitting him on the rollout. These contains should make it harder. Gets the cut block, so he's going to have some time here. And I think Drip just got a little overzealous with the switch stick there. Because watch what happens. Watch what happens. This is a big down, too, by the way. So he's able to take the return route right here, right? Now look, at this point, you switch stick here. If he switch sticks here, he can play this and he can play that. What happens? Watch, he switch sticks here. I guess. I don't know. It feels like it was just a mistake. He might have meant to do that, but the problem is, and maybe he just didn't see that. I don't know, but. Anyway, so yeah, see here, see how he goes right back down here? I think he wanted this guy the whole time, and he just, to a degree, messed it up, and instead he went back here instead of across. If he peels back up here, he's probably able to stop both of these routes, because they're so close together in the actual pattern. But anyway, nonetheless, Drini able to hit it, stay alive, get across midfield, and I think Drip's putting on, honestly, a clinic, a switch stick right now. I mean, you look at the way he's playing defensively. If he just this cover 4 is it's playing ball. It's not like there's stuff open, but the lanes are so small. The things that Drip's having or the Drini's having to do to move is it's really impressive defense. Really have seen good defense be played. And I feel like Drip, there it is again, great switch stick right there. And then he gets off of him. Let's take a look at this. This is something that you need to add to your game. All right, so one minute left in the half here. Little run play for Drini. And 2nd and 7. Again, Drip's pretty much exclusively in this cover 4 at this point. Throw some verts hook. There he does it again with that switch stick on that left safety. And what he's doing with that switch stick is he's driving on those crossing routes, post routes. He's switch sticking onto that safety and driving those into the dirt, basically. And so what that does is it really forces you to have to attack more sidelines. So you're going to see Drini go to trips here. Looks like he's going to probably use so here's a curl flat. Watch this curl flat play. This, and Drini that time didn't speed out. And Drini ended up going with more of a basic cross concept with the tight end crosser over the middle. About 16 seconds left. It's kind of a dicey situation for Drini. He's on a 4th down, so he's probably going to have to ultimately take his 3 here. So he's just going to take this clock all the way down, ends up taking his 3. And at halftime, 21-10, Drip on top, and Drini's ball. So this little gamesmanship here, but Drini does get the ball to start. And we're seeing this cover 4. Now notice one of the things Drip's doing, he's mixing in a vert hook over here. Now he's probably going to get out of it here. He does go hard flat, going to go vert hook to the short side. So you see that'll help him kind of play a little bit more over the middle, kind of an underrated adjustment. There's that tight end corner. And that's what I was saying. When they motion that tight end over, they kind of create effectively a U-trips type of look where they're able to attack that trip side with tight end corners and things like that. So you see here, Drini's just basic motioning him across to create a U-trips look. Don't love this because it's under the boundary, but he's going to go back to that same concept that got him that key first down. I don't know why you throw that, and I don't know how you catch that. This, again, EA said they're going to punish bad decisions and reward good decisions. Drini runs a bad route combo. Shout out to EA, by the way, for giving us this stupid post route that does not cut sharp and taking sharp cutting post basically away from us with a few exceptions. Anyway, you get a little backside dig, but really the route is this is a post. It's not a crosser. Okay, that's significant because it's not a crosser. What's going to happen is right here. Watch this. So you got a streak. This is not running flat, so it's not going to run under. So what's going to happen is this post is going to run right into this defender. So Drip defensively is thinking, I don't need to worry about this route because it's going right here. I just have to put all my energy into here. So you see how he switch sticked here, and he's taking this away. So now Drini has to throw this, or throw it away, or scramble. He throws this, and this is a catch. Now, granted, Drip got one of those in the first half. Drini got one of those in the second half. Kind of even, but a significant issue for the game as a whole. In a game that's already very offensive, in a game where defense is hard to come by. Don't love to see that. Don't love to see that, honestly. And there, Drini's able to get out with Lamar. That's why you use Lamar. That's why Lamar is really good. Fast quarterback, good release, and has all the abilities that you could want. Probably one of the top quarterbacks in the game. You see here, a constant vert hook curl. So 2 yellows here over the middle of the field. He's able to drop this guy to yellow when he's sending this pressure. It's a really nice 3-man rush. He's basically been in this defense 90% of this game. Soft squad on the outside there on the left, trying to take away the speed out. Man's up the slot. Love that man up. Good flat by Drini. And first and goal situation. So if you're Drip, it's huge if you can hold a 3 here. Like, huge for you if you can hold a 3. He's going to be going down to 6-1. Again, Drip is in, I would think he's in the Jets playbook. Niners, Jets, Texans are all kind of the same. Saints, I think, is in there too. But he's got that 4-3 even 6-1. So some people have gone to multiple defense where they're using 3-4 odd as their red zone defense. Seems like Drip is still in that 6-1 as his red zone defense. So doubles off close for Drini. Drini does have a crazy RPO out of the spread. Watch what he's going to do. He's going to be able to motion this guy across. He's going to have an RPO, and then he's going to have a little hitch coming here. So you see there's that hitch, there's that bubble, throw right at a hard flat, and able to get a second of goal. So now Drip's going to go down to that goal line 6-2, a little harder to run on that goal line 6-2. Looks like he is setting this up. 60 out jacks. This is kind of the Noah up next specialty. He's been in 60 out jacks for a long time down here and seems to always have good red zone defense with it. So we're going to see here that 60 out jacks. What Drip's going to do is going to spread his D-line, move that guy out, move this guy out, and then kind of trying to hitch him, and good read by Drini, just hitting him, kind of getting him out of position, to be honest. Drip just really wasn't in a great position there, and Drini's going to go for 2. So now kind of same situation, and I think Drip actually ends up coming out in 6-1. Don't know for sure what the coaching adjustments were on that, but you see here, man up, cloud. Looks like those flats are just standard depth. Oh my gosh, this is huge, 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 huge. Okay, so I would assume, I don't know what these are, but it plays like a hard flat. Anyway, the thing I want to show you is, if you take a look here, watch the defense from Drip. You get a man up here, and then really it's just basic cover 4 almost. This route combo itself, you have a flat, looks like a wheel. Yeah, flat wheel. I don't love this red zone play. It does. I do think Drini quick hiked him. He's trying to snap it before he set, so trying to kind of get this. But this slide in man up probably helps with that RPO. I mean, this is a hard fight. He throws right into it. It's a tight end drag. That's why I don't love that red zone combo. You have a flat route and you have a tight end drag running right into it. It's just hard for that to be consistent late. Throws late in the flat. Cardinals sit in real life, and pick 2. Let me get a pick 2. It's actually massive for Drip in terms of the overarching game management, because Drini could have cut that down to a 3-point ball game. Instead, it's now a 7-point ball game. So it's a huge swing in Drip's favor. And now Drip is Really just needs three. It's great to have seven here, but really, you kind of want to make sure you get three on this drive. There's that super deep speed out on the left side that we're going to look at. See if we get the seam streak off the left, and we do, and we get a short post. We don't get a we get an interesting post. There's that switch stick onto the speed out that we were waiting on. Problem is, I don't know how Drini gave this up. I guess it was just a tendency thing. So Drip sent everybody deep. I don't know what happens here. Okay. Drini's going to switch stick to try to take away that route. So let's just take a look at it. Let it run real quick. So you got a curl flat here. Cover three-ish. Yeah, basically. I don't know what this dude is on. I think it's a hook curl. I think it's a Hot Blitz 3 hook curl. Or I don't know. But look at this. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what that zone is. I want to think that's a hook curl. Drip pops it. Very nice play by Drip. And he's going to finish that drive off. And now he's back up 2 scores, which is massive. Because he wanted a half and he was only up, I believe, 10. And now he's up 14. 14 is a lot different than 10. Because in this year's game, you can play defense a little bit differently. Because, again, you're just really trying to keep everything in front of you if you're Drip still. So you're going to see that cover 4 again. This has literally been 90% of this game has been cover 4. It's been the same defense all game. It's the same defense all game, guys. Super important to realize this because this is the LCQ is considered by many to be the hardest tournament of the year. It's the hardest tournament of the year because it's everybody's last chance. Everybody knows everything, right? The knowledge gap is pretty much like most of these players kind of know the same stuff. And that's a huge interception. Kind of an interesting combo. Again, this is why I don't like these post routes, these deeper post routes. You're expecting this yellow to come down or play this running back a little bit more, and it just kind of stayed deep. And I just feel like Drini made a bad read. Julius Pepper's really tall. And it literally just... That's a defensive tackle and a hook curl, boys. That is a defensive tackle in a hook curl. Look at this. He played a post. Drip might have dropped those hooks. He might have changed those zone drops so those hooks go back to 15. But that's insane. Like, that's crazy. That's how good this defense is. If you don't drop that defensive tackle in the hook curl, you are doing yourself a disservice because it gets you an extra yellow zone on the field. With the good players we have in the game right now, you're able to get bigger bodies. You're able to get faster players. You're able to get players that can play in coverage down there. I think one of the most underrated adjustments you could also do in this is you could man up the running back with that defensive tackle. There's a lot of useful things that you can do with that nose tackle. Kind of cementing Dime 1-4 and Dollar to be the best defense in the game. I don't know how I actually love what Drini's doing on a 3-5 odd, but I don't think that you can really say that. I mean, how could you say Dollar's not? I mean, you're seeing how good of Drip is playing really good defense against what's widely considered to be the best offensive playbook, I think, in Madden 25. I don't even think it's necessarily close. Like, a lot of top level players are in this. Fancy's in this. Trying to think like top offensive players specifically, but Gavigal, I think most people consider him to be one of the best offensive players every year. I think he's in Eagles. I know Fancy's in it. I'm trying to remember who. I think David T's in this. A lot of really good players. Drips himself is in it. A lot of really good players are in Eagles, is all I'm trying to say. And you're seeing just an absolute defensive clinic on Eagles. And it's really just this cover 4. It's really just been this cover 4. Honestly, Drini stands up for himself here defensively. He got the intentional here. Take a look at this left side. You see, it might have been able to sneak that speed out in. I think he just got screamed at. And again, when Drini's needed good defensive plays, it's really been this loop. It's been this send 4 loop. And I've said this a million times this year. The best defense in this game is sending 4. Because you can handle the most amount of stuff from a coverage perspective. You need the extra zones to take away the quick throws and stuff like that. So anyway, so Drip's going to end up settling for 3, but he is going to go up 17. Anytime you get a 17-point lead in a game, pretty significant. Let's see if we can actually see what he's doing with his hook curls here when he gets on defense. I'm actually taking notes on the kickoff too, because I definitely. Oh, they were on default. They were on default. And that's what's crazy is it's actually a chance that Drip didn't even mean for that hook curl to drop back that far. But anyway, so those hooks were on default, I'm pretty sure. And he might have just not shaded it down. I don't know. I don't know, but that hook curl played out of its mind. Maybe. So, just crazy. Look at that hook curl. It's about 10-yard depth. That's not bad. That's not bad. I definitely have not been utilizing the hook curl. I've been kind of sending 4, but I think going forward, I'm hook curling that dude. I'm hook curling that dude, man. Blitzing his user, which is kind of odd. It's hard to switch stick when you blitz your user. It's harder. You have to hit circle and point the guy in the direction, and then he also doesn't go into a zone. He blitzes, of course. So now Drip's going to mix it up and go back to this loop. Why he do this, I'm not sure. Let's see if it screams. Doesn't scream. It just seemed like a mix-up for no reason. Right there. I mean, obviously, I'm sure he has one, but and watching the tape, this cover 4 is giving Trini everything. I mean, this cover 4 is bagging him. That time he got some pressure. Okay. Oh my gosh, he almost got him again. What? So this is why this is the defensive meta. These quarters. Watch what happens. Drips on a flat, right? He's going to switch stick onto this dude and bite onto that route right there. So you see it. So he sees it. Boom. And he's coming straight down to try to make that play. Boom. And he's right there. I mean, that's a bang-bang play. It's a tight window. And that's a switch stick. You know, that's a standard switch stick right there. That's a really good play. Good play by Drip. And honestly, I guess good play by Drini. I mean, it's a tight throw. It's a very, very tight throw. Could have gone either way. I don't love that he's not putting a cloud or like. I just feel like the speed out was there. Didn't end up taking it, but Drip really hasn't. I mean, Drip's basically been. I mean, it truly has been cover 4 hard flat every single play. I mean, maybe a couple of cloud flats here and there, but by and large, it's this cover 4, man. It's always interesting because a lot of people think at these top levels that these guys are doing all these crazy things, and sometimes they are, but in this year's game, it's the first time I've ever really seen it really is truly just very, very basic coverages. Very basic coverages. And we're just trying to switch stick everything. Drini ends up going with a run there. Able to get in. That's a big touchdown for Drini. He is going to go for 2. He's going to run the ball again. Not going to get in that time. And he's going to onside. So one of the big tips with onside kicks, you ever the situation, you need to be on this guy. If you're not on this guy, there is a lot more of a chance you would get onside kicked. When you're on this guy, and if they kick it right to you, you're able to recover it. Whereas if you're not clicked onto him, sometimes they'll be able to recover it on him. So just a little FYI on that. Julio Jones has been huge for Drip too, by the way. 33-22 ball game. 4:55 left. Drini needs to hold to 3 at least here or get a pick. Drini, just it could be a combination. Drini just played bad offense or Drip just cover 4. It's just cover 4, and I guess. I don't know. But go to wide sail, hit a little drag underneath. If you're Drip here and you take 3, that makes the game 36-22. That's a 14-point ball game. That's not terrible either. So you kind of have you're pretty much in field goal range at this point. So you could start taking some clock if you wanted to as well. Drini's not just having a field day on offense. I'll tell you that. Super odd combo for that. That's bad. This is a bad decision. A lot of people really like the speed out from the slot receiver. The reason I don't like it is it's too easy to guard and zone. It's really good against man, but in the zone, I feel like this speed out is way easier to guard than this one. Okay. So I don't know why. I don't know why Drini would not have this defended, which you'll see he ends up obviously defending that. And then look at this right side combo. We have a deep corner, a deep post, and a table. Now look at this play out. Hard flat. Not sure what this is. I think this is a hook curl. Third. He switch sticks here, which I guess is what Drip was wanting. I just feel like it was so easy for Drini to switch stick onto that and take that away. Yeah, it just obviously resulted in intercepted. I just didn't feel like it was a great play call. I feel like where the game was playing out, that seemed like a. I'm trying to think what the word would be like that. That seemed kind of like a. Let me get into my bag play call. I just didn't like that play call at all. I feel like it was too easy for. Drini didn't really have to do anything to stop it. He was just basic. You could make an argument that maybe Drip was expecting Drini to get really aggressive and play hard flats, play cover 2 hard flat and send 6, or you could make an argument that way. That's the only way I could see, but I don't know what, maybe he was expecting man ups, like a cross man shit, I don't know. But I just feel like it wasn't a good decision. Anywho. Now Drini's cooking, and guess what Drip's not running? He's not running the defense he's been running all game. He's not running the defense he's been running all game long that has put him in this position. He's now running kind of still in that cover 4, but see, there, watch. He goes right back to it here. Love that. And now look. Look, a sack. 12-yard loss. This is the best defense in Madden 25, and it's not close. It's this. Out of cover 4, it's out of 146 and dollar. You move this guy in a little bit so he takes the tight end streak away. He's probably shading inside as well. The Drini can't move. He cannot move on this. Like, he hasn't moved. Everything that he's moved on has been an aggressive catch. This is the bag. And it's not even complicated. Look at this. Curl flats, and then basically what he's doing is he's just switch sticking onto a quarter. See there? Takes the speed out. Good switch stick. That's okay. That's a hard throw to make consistently. Living on that consistently, not ideal. So, hook curl, DT, hook curl. And that was too open. It was kind of just bad red zone defense in my opinion. And Drini also quick hiked him there. He got him in a defense that he didn't want to be. I can't imagine Drip actually wanted to be in that. I think he wanted to put more yellow zones up there. He just kind of got stuck, which is the one weakness of the defense. You can get stuck sometimes. But in general, there we go. Good. There's a KO mid zone. And now it's 33-28. And this is Drini's best shot. He is going to kick it deep. Drip gets a couple first downs. This ball game is over. Drini has 3 timeouts. He could stop the clock 4 times. But Drip, to a degree, he kind of play offense you play here. I think you probably run the ball on first down. And then second down, you're probably trying to pick up. I don't know. I don't feel like this is like a super clock. It's more of just like you try to get a couple first downs and take his timeouts. I do think you run the ball on first down. He doesn't, clearly. And he's going to get bagged. You got to take a sack. You don't want to pass it, though. Yeah, so he intentionally takes a sack instead of throwing that away because he's trying to take the clock. Did put him in a 2nd and 18. I would have liked to see him step up a little bit more there. Going to this trips tight end. He's got that fade route on that left side. We're going to hit that against cover 3 cloud. It's mid zone. Yeah. See, this See, great. These aren't even great play calls. I feel like he's trying to go for the knockout punch. And he gets him. Wow. As I say, they're not great play calls. Look at this left side. Drip, to Drini's defense, Drip hasn't run this all game. I guess this is just cover two. Tight end seam streak. Why is Draney in cover two on 3rd and 18? Probably to try to stop the speed out here. He is cover three and over here, but normally Draney outside thirds this guy. I bet you he's not because of the seam streak threat. But he's not outside third in this. And this is free. There it is. Drip's going to go down. And now we're in clock mode. You know, Draney, because you also go up, like a field goal puts you up by 8. Draney's, cashed in on a lot of his 2-point plays. To me, I think this is 3 runs. He's going to go jet touch pass here. Draney's going to bag it up. Good defense. 2nd and 14 now. Drip might pass here. He is going to pass here. He's going to take his little drag underneath. I like that. It's got to be unconservative. Is he unconservative? He might not be unconservative, actually. I don't think he is unconservative. Just kind of crazy. I didn't know trips tight end. I gotta look at the Eagles trips tight end. Motion wide post for his bread. Drag. Possession catch. 1 minute 50. I think he just went off a Did he just go off conservative? Take a look here. Make sure. Okay, he is on conservative. I don't know. It's so hard. They can go through these so fast. It's hard to tell if he went off or on. But I want to say he's not on conservative because I think he's just trying to get a first down in the game. He might be, though. We'll just see. But, I mean, I feel like this has got to be 3 runs here. A little RPO to the left. I don't know why it's taking so long. Okay, here we go. Runs the ball. Okay, I think he might be on conservative. Okay, he goes on balance. That's what I thought. So, yeah, he was on conservative. He's going to go back on a balance here on 2nd and 5. Now, why does he go on a balance? The reason why is because in the most recent, one of the things that did change in the patch is when you dive, if you try to dive over the pile, that dive, you can't do that if you're on conservative. So balance is going to allow him to dive for extra yards. There is a risk to that. The risk associated with is the risk of fumbling. So if Draney gets a hit stick fumble, that's definitely like a realistic thing that could happen. 3rd and 3. And I think Drip was just thinking like, trying to get my first down and finish the game. Doesn't get it there on that 2nd and 5. Now I think Drip's going to take a timeout here. Yeah, he takes timeout. Good timeout right there. Make sure you're in that play that you want to be in. Draney's in 3-4 odd. No. I don't know what he is. Inside zone for his bread. There's that dive I was talking about. And he's able to dive forward, get a first down on an inside zone. At the end of the day, GG's. Good win for Drip. Huge win for Drip's Madden career. Shout out to Nick T. Davis and User. But wanted to do a film room on this for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. And shout out to Drip. He's gonna be going to Madden Bowl. Winner of LCQ. Won $30,000 in this game with the potential to make more. And shout out to him. And again, if you guys want to take your Madden game to the next level, check out our school site. It's only $10 and it gets you access to everything that I know about Madden and college football 25.